So this is going to be about the importance of leads. It's going to be a bit of a story in backing. How I went from $3,000 per month to $243,000 per month in one of the companies in 9 months. Now, this is going to be, once again, a little bit of an inspiration from Alex Hormozi. I remember the first video I ever saw, he started the video off and said, I earned more than the CEO of Motorola, Toyota, McDonald's, all as a kid in his 20s. All as a kid in his 20s to combine more than all those CEOs. I think he was taking home over $1 million a month in dividends for an entire year. I think it was longer than that. So we're going to quickly go over the story. So I remember the months fairly well. So we had March. This was after winding down slowing another company type and then shifting into another company, and this was BizLeads. Now, this was years ago. So this basically, March, we were doing $3,000 a shift from BizLeads when we wound down every client, moved sector to sector, and that's what the goal was. It was March, and we wound down everyone, and we did $3,000 after the wind down. Then from there, the next month winding down and revamping the offer and figuring out leads, we next month did 13,000. And then we went from 13,000 to, I believe it was 20 or 30,000. The next month, 50,000. Stayed at 50,000 for a few months. Then it was 60,000, 120,000. And then exactly 9 months from the month we did $3,000 a month. Exactly 9 months. It was November. We did $243,000 in revenue. Now that was in 9 months. So the importance of leads, what happened in that time was the discovery of leads for this specific niche and vertical under BizLeads at the time. So the platform I will cover quickly, but it's more so the general senses of how to generate leads. Now, this is unbelievably important for everything, not just service-based businesses, e-commerce businesses, everything, every kind of business this is important for. Leads are the number one most important thing. Now, for us to go from that $3,000 a month to $243,000 a month with 2 team members, by the way, 2 team members. And then that's not even the next stage of growth. You should see the video coming of what happened next. So that gain of $240,000 per month, that's not in 9 months, that's that month we did 243. So the total revenue was hundreds of thousands that we gained over that period. But obviously because you grow so quickly, it works out in an interesting way. Now, figuring out leads. Basically what happened was I discovered Bark. Bark.com, lead generation site. It was the option between, I trialed on March, I trialed the option between Bark and then the option between running internal ads myself. So I said, let's give Bark a go. So did Bark, got on the phone with a client and started selling through Bark leads. Now Bark was very good in terms of leads because it's just any lead. It's a normal lead source. It's nothing crazy, but it was good because there was people to talk to, people interested in what I had to say, and they wanted to hear and they wanted to actually have a problem that needed fixing. So that was unbelievably important. In that time of $3,000 per month, 243, obviously a lot happened. The business developed unbelievably. I discovered a lot of different things. Now, one of these things was the ability to not just fail, but to allow yourself to push forward in a different kind of way. Now, push forward in a different kind of way, meaning leads allow you to make mistakes, go down, and then make mistakes with ongoing clients, ongoing things, business processes, and make mistakes and keep pushing forward because your revenue doesn't drop because you have new business. You know how to allocate capital to allow new business to come in. So even if 1 month, I remember we went from 313, and it was like 20 to 30 straight to 50 grand. So we went from 3 to 50 grand in like 2 or 3 months. Now that jump, that really quick jump was leads, but then we stayed at 50 grand for 3 months, I believe. Now in those 3 months, there were a lot of failures that we were running into, losing clients, trying to fulfill clients in the right way, everything like that. Now, we learned a lot in those 3 months. At the time, I think it was just myself in just this company. There were not many staff in this company. So it was just myself. So I made a lot of mistakes, getting everything going, moving it forward. But then as soon as things really launched off, then the leads that we were already getting, but we would just lose a client, gain a client, lose a client, gain a client, all these things that were happening, leads gave us the ability to test and fail, and then it worked, and then we started getting much better results for our clients. It was much more consistent, much more fulfilling. Everything was just significantly better. So figuring out leads is unbelievably important. Bark.com was the platform, and this isn't even a promotion for Bark. This is the promotion for knowing how to generate leads, either going to an agency, reaching out to a performance-based agency like BizLeads on paper leader live transfers, going to, if you're in e-com, going and basically getting an e-com retainer agency to go and do your ads for you. Someone who's done it before 100 times and you pay a premium for, that has a proven track record. That's someone that you want. You don't want someone who unfortunately just starting out, as much as someone who has done it 100 times before. Now that's why the leads are so important when you do this, because it allows you to just keep testing. You're not testing though, you're trying your hardest. You always need to try your absolute best, push forward in the most positive direction and head for absolute gold. But it allows you to unfortunately have unlimited attempts to make the process perfect, especially when you have the actual desire to make it perfect and to make sure that your business is a customer-centric business. It's so important. And once again, it relates to, some of the first videos I've made in terms of the one product, one person or persona, one channel. Because leads, you generate on one channel to one persona for one product. It's so important what leads are. And they allow you to just keep pushing and not have issues, especially when you fully dial them in. And it always allows you to keep growing month on month, year on year, decade on decade. So that's a couple of the things. The story, how we went from $3,000 to $243,000 in 9 months. Then figuring out leads, the platform that we used, how to find platforms like that. Go to agencies, look on the internet, check ChatGPT these days, look up what they have to say. Make sure they have potentially referenced articles about the company for success. Talk to clients, talk to people in the industry that have experience with this. If you're a service-based business and you're in finance, for example, go and talk to someone that you know that is getting leads externally. See who they're using. Now, they're so important. You need to know what they're able to do for you. It's so important. Mastering this, going to someone who's done it before, getting advice, talking to an agency, anything that you can do on that side of your business, do it. It will allow you to focus on actually having the best chance at succeeding. Once again, I hope that was a valuable lesson of the importance of leads and some previous storytelling. Again, $3,000 a month to $243,000 a month of a new business that was 1 or 2 months old. Again, hope that was valuable, guys, and have a good one, and we will speak soon.